Breaking news, special at-home edition of the Ravens Rundown. Tyler Jones here with the latest on J.K. Dobbins as well as Jadeveon Clowney. We'll get to Clowney coming up in a moment. Let's start with J.K. Dobbins. According to NFL Network's Ian Rapoport, J.K. Dobbins is expected to return to Ravens practice very soon. And what was interesting about this report that came out from Rap Sheet was that with Dobbins coming off the PUP list and heading towards practice, he said that this is a situation that is more about the contract than about the injury, which is what we all suspected. He said, look, if he got a contract done tomorrow, that he would very easily come off that PUP list. Imagine that. That's what we've been saying, what we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks when it comes to J.K. Dobbins, that he's been in his feelings, right? That he's been talking all offseason, woe is me, I want this new contract, yada, 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 and was not at mandatory minicamp, does this at training camp. And if we're going to be honest with y'all, it's pathetic, really, from J.K. Dobbins that he has gone to this extent just begging for a new contract when the truth of the matter is J.K. Dobbins has not earned a new contract with the Baltimore Ravens at this point in time. You'll look at all these different running backs across the National Football League. The guys like Dalvin Cook, Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley, now Jonathan Taylor, the list goes on and on. Guys that are more talented than J.K. Dobbins, that have proven a lot more than J.K. Dobbins, and they have not gotten paid. Not saying that these guys didn't deserve to get paid. That's not what I'm saying here. But if those guys aren't getting that second contract and the money that they want, why on earth would the Ravens pay J.K. Dobbins when you talk about the statistics? It's not there. Sure, he did look better this past season when he came back the second time. There was some improvement. And his rookie season was solid, 800 yards, 9 touchdowns, but missed all of 2021. I mean, what is there to pay J.K. Dobbins? A guy that's played a total of 22 games in 3 seasons, has not rushed for over 1,000 yards. Why would you pay J.K. Dobbins? It doesn't make absolutely any sense. And J.K. just needs to get over it and go play football and go figure out the contract situation stuff later. It's ridiculous as far as I'm concerned. Now, the Ravens, you look at where they're at with their run game. Obviously, you have Lamar there. Gus Edwards is around. You brought in Melvin Gordon in addition to Justice Hill. They have plenty of other options. It would be nice to have J.K. Dobbins, but they don't have to pay him necessarily. There's other guys out there that'll play for this Ravens team. So to me, it's a little bit ridiculous from J.K. Dobbins. It'll be good to have him back, but J.K. needs to figure it out and get on board with this team because there's a lot of reason to be excited with this group going forward. J.K. just needs to figure it out as far as I'm concerned. It's just ridiculous what he has put himself out there in this whole ordeal. Just go play football, figure out the money stuff later as far as I'm concerned because he hasn't earned that money. I wouldn't pay J.K. Dobbins if I was in that position. If I was John Harbaugh and Eric Costa, I wouldn't pay him right now. Go earn it on the football field as far as I'm concerned. So that's the situation. That's the latest with J.K. Dobbins. He will return to practice, and this contract situation doesn't sound like they're close on anything. That they'll just figure it out from there. We'll get to Clowney here in just a second, but first, I want you guys to weigh in. What's your one-word reaction to J.K. Dobbins making his return to the Baltimore Ravens to practice, his expected return? Give me your one-word reaction. My one word's finally. Okay, there's a long time coming. J.K. needs to get over it, finally, right? That's my one word. Give me your one-word reaction in the comment section. Folks, this is why you subscribe to Ravens Rundown. It's my off day today. And I'm here at home with you, still bringing you content because we got breaking news. It doesn't stop. It doesn't matter if we're in studio, at home, whatever it may be. We're going to bring you the latest happenings with your Baltimore Ravens in any shape or form, one way or the other here on the channel. We got you covered. Don't miss out. Stay plugged away to the channel. Subscribe now for free. If anything, subscribe for me taking time out of my day to bring you a Ravens video here. I love talking Ravens football, and you guys deserve it, and so that's why we bring it to you. So subscribe now. We're going to have a watch party, our first of the year, coming up on Saturday when the Ravens take on the Eagles. You will not want to miss out on that. Subscribe now. Make sure to join us then, and stay tuned to the channel. We got you covered. Turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. Now to Jadeveon Clowney. Clowney had a visit yesterday with the Ravens, and we could see Clowney signing with Baltimore as this team looks for a veteran pass rusher. And as Ian Rapoport pointed out, it seems like every time around this year, every year around this time, rather, the Ravens evaluate their options and bring in a veteran pass rusher of some sorts. And remember the Justin Houston deal last year, that came pretty late in the ball game, right, before they ultimately brought him back. Now Justin Houston's gone to Carolina, and I think most people thought Justin Houston was going to come back. Ultimately, he's not there, led the league in sacks. I thought it was a mistake not to pay Justin Houston. We've been over that. Now you look at the idea of Clowney. You've also sat down with Kyle Van Noy, and that's a potential option as well. The Ravens will do something. They will pay money one way or the other for one of these two pass rushers, I believe. And if you look at Clowney in particular, this is a guy that back in 2021 was outstanding. 9 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. He had a total of 37 tackles. He was really good in 2021. But last year was kind of phased out of what the Cleveland Browns were doing defensively, was kind of forgotten about of some sorts. He ended up in the 12 games played, only had 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and 1 fumble recovery. He did not play that great. He hasn't been healthy. We haven't seen him play a full season since 2017. Look, bottom line is this. If Jadeveon Clowney can stay healthy, I think the talent is still there. They just got to figure out the scheme fit, and if they do, this can work potentially. Clowney would not have been my first choice, but if you're the Baltimore Ravens, you look at this team right now and what this group needs, the number one priority right now is another pass rusher. So you have to do something. So whether it's Clowney, whether it's Van Noy, somebody's got to come into the fold for this Baltimore Ravens team and get them that pass rush that they need, that pass rush help one way or the other. Clowney, I don't know what he has left. We know he's a talented player, but can he stay healthy? That's the million-dollar question. That remains to be seen. So here's what I want to ask you guys when it comes to Jadeveon Clowney. Should the Ravens sign him or not after this visit? Would you like to see Jadeveon Clowney in Baltimore? They have the cap space. They can do this if they want to. If you think they should sign Jadeveon Clowney, type Y for yes. If not, type in for no. Weigh in. Tell us what you think in the comment section. Y for yes, in for no. So there you have it. That's the latest here on the Ravens Rundown. We have J.K. Dobbins set to return to practice, making his much anticipated return. Hopefully he's got a good attitude about everything going forward. And then Jadeveon Clowney here, the visit, could potentially sign with the Baltimore Ravens. Watch out for that, as well as Kyle Van Noy and others. Expect the Ravens to sign another veteran pass rusher. Stay tuned to the channel all week long. We'll have the latest from training camp with more news and updates. Also, we'll be live on Saturday for our watch party for Ravens versus Eagles right here on the channel. You will not want to miss it. We will see you next time. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tyler Jones, and have a great one. Thanks for being here on Ravens Rundown.